Hello, church. Welcome to the end of another week. I just want to share some updates with you. And one is just to let you know that starting next week, instead of a Tuesday email and a Friday email, we're going to consolidate all of that information and send you one e-news at the end of the week. And so that's really returning to the way that we provided communication before COVID. And our hope is that will enable you to more easily in one place access that information, take some time to read it, to know what's happening in the life of the church. And also to know that, of course, website and Facebook are two great places to go to for information as well. But just to know, you'll still get these weekly videos from me, as well as all the usual information you see during the week, but just at the end of the week in that one e-news. I do want to let you know about November 1st, just a few things to keep in mind so you can kind of be planning, have it on your radar. November 1st is All Saints Day, so we'll have a special service to be able to honor that, and I'm looking forward to that being a really meaningful time, and we'll share more about that next week. It's also our next online communion service. So next week you'll get information, again, just those suggestions that I sent out like last month to help you prepare to join us in the 10 o'clock hour for worship, to participate and to prepare communion elements, and to do that in a meaningful way so that this can be a set apart time and not just some ordinary meal. But also on November 1st, we'll have opportunity in worship to offer a blessing for Carl and Katrina and Hazel Smith. And we know that they're heading off to Hawaii the next week, and we'll be there for, I believe it's a 4-year duty station for Carl with the Air Force. And we know that we're going to miss them. We can't say goodbye to them in the ways that we would normally if we were all in person, but anytime between 3 and 4 p.m. on November 1st, you are encouraged to come and participate in a goodbye drive-by. So you can pull into the church parking lot where they will be and stay in your car, have your mask on, but you'll be able to talk to them through the car window to offer any goodbyes or blessings to them. And so there'll be more information about that next week, but just know that that's going to be happening and a way for us to support them and send them off with a blessing. There's been a lot of planning happening in the last couple of weeks. We are just over a month away from Advent, if you can believe it or not. When we think about how we're saying goodbye to the Smith family, we lament a little bit about how things are so different right now as we try to keep everyone safe and healthy. But I give thanks that we're able to still do that, right? Like we're able to still do what we normally do, but just in a different and new way right now. And so we continue to experience that through the ways that we do small group, through the ways that we're participating in worship, these plans for Advent, how we can have a meaningful Advent experience, and especially Christmas Eve services. And I'm just thankful for the leaders that are being part of that planning. Just this past Tuesday night, the discipleship team met again, and there was some really great planning around engaging some of our already existing groups that maybe haven't been able to meet recently in some mission opportunities, with the hopes that that may be a launching pad for being able to then spread that out through the rest of the congregation. And so some of you will start hearing about that. And of course, there is that question of when are we going to reopen? I still get that question, and if you've asked me that, then you know that I often say, well, you mean return to in-person worship, because we are open. The church is not closed. And I hate that we're saying reopen, but I understand what's really being asked is when can we all get back together again? So we know we are entering winter. We know what researchers are saying, that there's expectations of surge of cases, and even in our own state, we're starting to see signs of that. Also, we know that we're in the midst of flu season, and we have a context that is full of varying ages, but we have a high majority of those who are more vulnerable. And so we're mindful of all these things and what we're hearing from you. We hear from many of you that you appreciate that we are cautious and taking our time, and that many of you are not ready to return to in-person. So we continue with what we're doing, but also know that the Healthy Church team is thinking ahead. And so there's no set plans or dates, but we're doing the work that we need to do to be prepared for the start of 2021. So recognizing that COVID and our social distancing practices and all the things that come with that are going to be carried well into 2021 from all the signs and of what's being shared. And so we will be looking for ways to continue to find ways for us to be able to gather safely and well. But in the meantime, we continue on this path. We continue to stay connected. We continue to be in ministry and mission. And my prayer is that you all continue to be a part of that, to stay connected, and to take advantage of the opportunities that are being offered. I continue to give thanks for you all. I love hearing from you. I hope you appreciate hearing from me. And just know that anytime you have questions or concerns or thoughts or feedback, we and I absolutely love to hear those. So, friends, be blessed, be well, and I'll see you on Sunday.